Hello, you insouciant long pigs. It is I, Zombie 1. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I was on the phone. Yes, I thought I'd do a live stream thingy. Yes, I was going to do another one that'll be me, John, and Adam White had planned, but for various reasons, certain people can't, join me tonight. So I'm just going to do one off the cuff, basically, and talk shit for an hour. So yeah, how is everybody doing internet land there, which is always good. I'm still learning how to do this. Let's see what. Yeah, so I'm still learning basically how you do this. I'll get there one day. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Cool. So yeah, how's everybody? This is sort of off the cuff. Basically, they've announced a new guest for TF Nation. Yes, they have indeed. It's your friend and mine, Mr. Jim Sorensen. And it wouldn't be the same without him. He's part of the furniture now. But it's always good to see. It's always good to see Jim at TFN. He's always got. He always puts on a really good panel with Chris McFeely. They did the What Could Have Been Transformers the movie one a couple of years ago. That was a really good one, actually. Yeah, so yeah. I say I'm just. I am still working out how to do this. I think it's that one. No. Here we are. This is it. I found it. There we go. There we are. Yeah, I've got Jim Sorensen going to TF Nation, which is very cool. Very cool indeed. He's always good. So you can get your tickets bought and get yourself down there. These little live streams are just basically me learning how to use SteamYard, basically how it goes. And there's no one watching, so whatever. Yeah, so I'm just going to share it around. Let's see what. Yeah, I've got to edit me as a video for tomorrow. Actually, let's just get this around YouTube. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's YouTube. So yeah, there we go. I got a viewer. Yay! I think that's me actually. So yeah, well, there's nobody here, so no one here to talk to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to TFN. I can't fucking wait. It is 124 days, 17 hours, 45 minutes, and 8 seconds to go. And you can see me phone there with the timer on it there, yeah? 124 days to go. Oh, I can't wait. I love TFN. Let's see if we can turn the brightness down. Oh, it's too dark, if you can see that. Too dark. There you go, 124 days, 17 days, 44 hours, and 36 seconds. Yes, I can't wait it. Can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I need it. I've had a pretty shitty year so far. At least this time, this time last year, I was laid up in hospital, dying. Yeah, I was wired up to fucking every machine in the universe, looked like a fucking poor man's Borg. My wires coming out of my wrist here, out of this wrist, coming out of there. One going in here, one going in my arm there. I had patches all around the thing. I had an oxygen mask on and stuff. It were fun, as you can imagine. Very fun. But yeah, I'm better now. I'm a lot better. I've got an appointment at doctor's tomorrow, being Saturday. Weird day to have a doctor's appointment. But yeah, I've got appointments tomorrow. Just basically, just make sure I'm on the right tablet still, that sort of thing. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so it's all good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I just need some monies now. Just need to save up some monies for TF Nishon. I've got a few things on eBay. Hopefully I can get rid of those. It'd be nice. Get some monies for that. So yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely. And hopefully by TFN, when it rolls around, I'll have a nice sizable bank to spend on plastic robots. I've got an eye on some expensive ones this year. I really would like a Nucleon Quest Super Convoy, the Black Power Master Prime. I would like the Fire Guts version of it as well. A Victory Leo would be nice, and a G1 Victory Leo would be nice. Just some expensive ones so I can parade them, you see. And I had 2 viewers and they're both gone. Yeah, it would be nice, let's just see. Let's get some more viewers going. Excuse me. Let's see. Come on, you fucking twat. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's more of a test of what's for next week, really. How I can share things and stuff like that. There we are. So yeah, it's all good. I mean, like I say, I'd like to. Oh yeah. I have a new theme tune. It is so cool. Now I can put this on here. I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, I have a. No, that's not it. I don't think I'll be able to put this on. I don't think. Let's see. Because I'd like you all to hear it. I mean, I'd like to film a music video for it as well. But no, it doesn't look like I can put it on. Or let's see if this works. No, I can't do it. Well, I'll think of something and I'll put it on. I'm not going to do it on my latest video for tomorrow, which I still need to edit, which is G1 Ultra Magnus. But I will think of something and I'll stick it in. And I'm having my own dedicated theme tune. It's quite fun. It's currently my ringtone on my phone as well. I'm really impressed with it, quite honestly. It's AI generated, so I do apologise to all the songwriters out there. But for right now, I just can't afford to have somebody write me a song and then have full music and stuff added to it. Someday, when I can, when I'm a big YouTuber and I have loads of money, maybe. But I also need more Patreons and stuff like that. So who knows? You don't know what the future brings. Oh shit! Dropping everything. Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. Hopefully, like I say, in the future, I can afford to do things like that. It would be nice. There we go. My bonds is back. but nobody's watching. I should have advertised this a bit more, a bit better. But you know, let's see. Yeah, let's see. It would be nice to have, you know, the sort of a YouTube channel that that would afford me being able to do things and you know, stuff like that. You know, like buy expensive things to the dream. And there's other. I've seen other YouTubers do it. That they have. They get like Kickstarters and that set up so they can go to conventions and stuff. Now, I was thinking about doing one of those, but I think it's kind of a piss take that, you know, I'm getting you, the audience, to pay for my trip. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want to do that, I'd rather you just you sign up to my Patreon, which should really be in the description of this, shouldn't it? Let's see if I can do that. Because, you know, asking, I mean, all right, patrons kind of sort of asking for money of people. I get it, I understand that. A lot of people do it, and I'm thankful for all my patrons, quite honestly, really honestly. I wouldn't, you know, I couldn't do the channel without you. I mean, yeah, all right, it's, you know, there's only 4 of you that are actually, you know, donating every month, but still, you know, I mean, I've seen other YouTube channels that have got like 10,000 Patreons and stuff like that. You know, that'd be nice. You know, I'm still learning my craft. It's just. So I'm going back to the YouTube again, but I mean, you know, it's. Adam White, hello, sir. Yes, I know we're going to do our podcast next week. This is just more of a learning the system still. I'm still learning it, so I'm playing around with it, and that's why I'm doing it tonight. So, yeah, we are still going to do the one next week. But, yes, it's all about just learning the craft, as they say, you know. But, yeah, it'd be nice to have, you know, a bit of YouTube, you know, eventually, you know, one day. But you know, like I say, I keep at it and keep doing my videos and stuff, and keep announcing TF Nation videos, which I will admit, I haven't done one in a while. Are you just turning? Yes, Adam White. Like I said, there we go. I'm just turning as a viewer to see how you use the system. Yeah. So basically, at the side here, I've got when you've posted. If I click on it, it comes up at the bottom there. So if you wanted to put something, or when people super chats, as they say, they can go up there. So and then that's it. So and then like I did earlier on, I put TFN. I should have a thingy for this. Niche Unlimited. What's the one? As it loads, come on. There we go. So yeah, so I had it on. How did I do it last time? Completely fucking forgot. Oh, that's it. That's it. All right. So yeah, so you can you know, put the website up, and you know, like I said, TF Nation have announced. Good old Jim Sorensen was a good lad. So this is the guests so far. It's shaping up to be a good show. And then you can buy your tickets as well, and you know, click that one. Buy now, buy now, buy now. Should be good. Should be good. Yes. And then we just get rid of that like that. That's it. Yeah. So learning how to use it still. As I was saying, I've got my own theme tune, and I can't wait to show you all. Yeah. So, like I said, it's all off the cuff. I'm just kind of learning me stuff again. I've just said that. Why am I saying it again? Because I've got I had no real plan. I just wanted to get something out tonight. So it's like I say, it's more of a learning curve. It's just remembering how to do things, and and like I say, add the super chats and stuff like that, and add things for people to look at. Let me see if I can do that again. Yeah, there we go. So I can put that up there like that, and then take it off. Cool as you like. And then we can get rid of that, and then we can go to my channel and give you a bit of a. That's it. It's right, yeah, so we go share screen, there we are, and then we share that, and then there is my latest video up and going. Yeah, so like I said, just learning, and it seems to be going well, quite honestly. Yeah, so that's my latest video. I've turned the sound off so you can't hear me. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I'm like I say, I'm learning my craft very well on the old YouTubes. So we can just get rid of that one. There we go. And yeah, it's going good. So I'm gonna. Well, if anybody's got any questions, the whole 2 people that are watching, I'll answer some questions. What I'm going to do is I've got to create a thumbnail for the actual podcast we're going to do, and then spread that over social media. I didn't really do one tonight, is because it was just kind of off the cuff thing. I thought I'd get some out, and I've just realised my voice is actually croaking a touch. I need a cup of tea. Yeah, so it's getting there. Like I say, eventually I'll master this, because I want to do at least. I'm going to try and get one of these out at least once a month, maybe more. I mean, it's more do like discussions and things. I'm not going to do the news. There are other people that do the news better than I will, so we're just going to have like discussions like Skybound Comics, for example, or like Generation 1 or Beast Wars, or whatever it is we come up with, even not just limited to Transformers, but Star Trek and Star Wars and Fate, the state of play on stuff as well, video games, whatever I decide to do, because I'm looking for a permanent co-host as well. Would be nice. Like I said, I haven't really advertised it yet. It's all kind of just coming into place. Every time I think of something, I think of something else, and yeah, we could do something like that. So yeah, I mean, I used to run a commentary podcast a long time ago called Nerdflix. Yeah, with Becca, we used to do stuff on there, and then basically it was just commentary on films. Adam's thingy. There we go. Is there a type of content that you don't currently do that you would like to cover? Yeah, comic book stuff, actually. Because I'm on a mission right now to get all the Dreamwave issues that I'm missing. I've got mostly everything. It's just like variant covers and stuff like that I'm missing. Almost a complete run. It's just I would like to get every variant cover. Then I've got a complete run of the whole of Dreamwave, and I've got an idea in my head. I've not written anything down yet of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to, like I say, I want to show you go through the basic story. I want to show you the basic, basic story, each individual book cover, the variant covers, and then the trade as well. And then if there's anything different in the trade, just as a broad. I'm not going to read every word or anything. I'm just saying, well, this is this, and this, and show you the various, pages of artwork, because I love the Dreamwave stuff. I think it was great. It hit just at the right time, but plus I wanted to go over the whole, stuff that went down with Dreamwave as well. It's sort of like to be on top of the world and then to have your company go bust in as little, I think it was like 18 months or something like that. It's quite a fascinating story. So, so I'm going to do all that as well. And I am going to branch out into different toy lines as well, but I need money to do that. So that's why I need some Patreons. Because I want to do a lot more 80s stuff. Dino Riders is one I'd like to do. Because I've not seen anybody. Hello, Raymond. Yes, it's me again. Yes, bow to your god. I'd like to do Dino Riders, Mask. Although Super 7 are re-releasing Mask. Well, I don't know if it's new molds or if it's just re-releases of original figures. But either way, I'll be getting those. I want the new Star Trek figures from Nacelle. They look fucking awesome. And they've not just done, your standard Picard, Riker, Data, LaForge, Worf. They've gone really obscure characters. Like the first wave is Rachel Garrett of the Enterprise C, Edward Jellicoe, Tuvix, Wayoon, Mirror Archer, and Peter Preston. Now, for those of you who don't know, Peter Preston is Scotty's nephew that has, I think, 3 lines of dialogue, and he gets killed in the film, and they've brought out an action figure of him, and he's got 2 heads. One is just like normal head, and one is like, covered in blood and stuff. There's them. And then they announced a new set of figures as well for it. There's Wave 2, which is, I forget off the top of my head which ones it is, but again, it's equally obscure characters, which is good. It's like Star Wars doing the first wave of Death Star droid, Wura, who was the barkeep in Mos Eisley, Stormtrooper 85, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Really obscure background characters and that have like 2 minutes of screen time sometimes, Oh, Valkyrie was the other one, that was it. Again, she's got 1 scene in Star Trek 3. Should be fun. But yeah, I'd like to get back into the Star Trek ships as well. These bad boys, because is it Fan Home are doing these now, and they're doing all the sort of doing a lot more new ships, which I really need to get back into them. I'd like the Stargate ones as well. The old Eagle Moss ones. I like the Stargate ones. But again, it's just having the money to do it at the moment. With Transformers being as much as I love it, it's an expensive hobby, and then branching out into other franchises can be expensive too. So I'm going to be picky. I mean, I've already done the Star Trek ones, so I'll probably start getting the Star Trek ships and redo them again. I mean, I've still got a few I haven't reviewed yet. For example, the Vidian Cruiser, which is very cool. I've seen in, I think, 3 Voyager episodes. So I've still got a few ships to do. We'll get back on your stand, you fucker. So yeah, I mean, I will get back into it. It's just I did get into a bit of a slump with it, and because Eagle Moss went tits up, kind of sort of took the plasma out with the cells, so to speak. So yeah, there's a few I need to do. I need to do the Borg Cube as well, which is very nice indeed. But I'll get there. So I would like to do some. Kenner Aliens is another toy line I'd like to do as well, because I'm a big Aliens fan, hence the T-shirt. Quick Expendable, and I've got the Queen on card up there. I got this off the Evil Bays during lockdown. So I think I paid something like £8 or £9, I think. Covered in dust. No wonder I've got fucking asthma. I got this off eBay during lockdown. It's the Alien Queen on card. Like I said, I've seen them recently go as high as like 60, 70 quid. So I've got it at the right time. So the card isn't perfect, but it's been on the card since I got it. So I took it off. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I do like Aliens. It's a good franchise, except The last few movies have not been great. Romulus was passable, but it's still not. I didn't think it was as good as what the people were saying it was. Like I said, I enjoyed it, but it was just there's certain things in Aliens where I think like Covenant and all that was kind of pointless, and what was the one? But Prometheus as well. I think some of them were kind of pointless. But you know what? I still love, and I'm probably going to get derision for this, but I really loved Alien vs Predator. I thought it was a fantastic film. Yeah, is it great? No. Is it cheesy and just a popcorn film? Sure. When I went to pictures to see it, did I enjoy it? Absolutely, I enjoyed it. It's just exactly what it says on the tin. It's a xenomorph versus a predator. That's what I wanted to fucking say, and that's what I got. You know what I mean? It's like when you go see a Godzilla film, you're not going for, an Oscar, are you? You want to see a big lizard fight a big robot, or a big ape, That's what you want to see. It's like superhero films. You want to see superheroes shoot lasers and, save people from burning buildings and, superhero stuff. And then you want to see them fight the bad guy. It's simple stuff. Sometimes you need the simple stuff. It's like what they said in Avengers. They said when they said to Coulson, "Oh, do you find that a little bit old-fashioned?" And then Captain America says, "Oh, I think we need a little bit of old-fashioned right now," or somebody says it like that. Which is true. Sometimes you do need a bit of old-fashioned. Anyway, Lawrence, hello, sir. How are you? So that's 3 people. Yay. Now, if I could just enable super chats, would be nice. But yeah, so I'm just in the process of moving things around. This room's in a particular state. There's boxes, there's books, there's figures, there's shelves in disarray. I need to sort it all out. I'm going to get there. What? No, he hasn't yet. I can't smoke weed anymore. Not that I ever did. Not with these fucking stupid lungs I've got now. Even the smell of it makes me a bit worried. And Hull smells like weed all the fucking time. So yeah, I get worried. Just bear with me 1 second. Sorry, I had to take a little puff of one of those. And I didn't want the sound to come on because it's an awful sound, but there you go. So out of the people watching then, any questions? Throw me some questions. Let's do it. Let's do some questions. So I'm only going to speak a bit longer. And then I'm going to edit some videos. It's all I fucking seem to do at the moment is edit. So let's see some questions. I want some questions. Did he just eject himself? No, but I'm getting quite adept at that. Being as single as I am. I do have this fella. Where is he? Is it the RED one? And then he presses his chest there and yay! I haven't reviewed this. It was a birthday present off my dad about 5 years ago, and I still haven't reviewed it yet. Whee. And it comes with a little laser beak, which doesn't transform, but it's called teeny weeny laser beak. And who doesn't love laser beak? The tinfoil turkey, Let's put him down there. Stay. Here's a question off Adam White. What do you plan to shoot, record at TF Nation? Now, I'll be honest, I haven't thought of anything just now. That doesn't mean I'm not going to. It's just I haven't thought about it just yet. I would like to sit down with one of the actors and maybe do a brief Q&A with them. I'm not sure if their schedules will allow me to do that. Like I said, it's just off the top of my head. I mean, I don't even know what I'd ask them. I could have a think about that and just say, message the people involved and say, would it be possible for 10, 15 minutes, something like that. If it's just one, it's fine, but for right now, I haven't really decided, quite honestly. Usually I have an idea in my head and I'll do this, that, and the other thing, but you know what it's like at these things. You spend more time in the deals room than you thought you was going to, then you spend time in the autograph queue, and then you go to the bar and you start talking to people, and next thing you know, it's Monday morning. You know what I mean? So I will have a think. I would like to ask some questions to some of the guests and stuff. I'll have a proper think about that. So this is Lawrence. Have I been to the cinema lately? No, I haven't. The last film I saw was Transformers 1, and that was, when was that out? Was it October? I haven't been to cinema in a good while, but there's been nothing out I wanted to see, quite honestly. I'm just not sure, quite honestly. Nothing. I will see Fantastic Four and Superman, but that's not July. I'm just not bothered about cinema at the moment, and because it's just the films that have been presented to me, and we've got Adam again. Let's PM about the TF chat idea. Okay, I will do. Yeah, I'll give you a message later on. Lawrence, any particular shopping list? Yes, I have a shopping list a light year across. I'd love some late G1 expensive stuff, like a Nucleon Quest Super Convoy, a Deathsaurus, a Victory Leo, a Grandus would be nice, Star Convoy would be nice, just some legacy stuff that I'm missing and stuff like that, but it's kind of like, I have an idea, I never write a list down. I always have an idea in my head, because the first year I went to one of these things, I had a list, got nothing on the list, and I come back with all cool stuff. So it all depends. I mean, there's some things I want, but I'll have to just see what's there as well. I'd like some Unicron Trilogy stuff, later G1 stuff, like more Micromasters as well, because people seem to like them in my videos, weirdly. Remedy, you could ask Billy if you can host one of the panels with one of the guests. We could do that, yes. But my presenting skills aren't great. I did think about doing a panel as well, but when I sort of sat down and thought about it, and I was kind of like, I don't think people will be into it. I'll give it another look. I think I've still got time to sort of slot me in there somewhere, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'll have to see about that one. But yeah, because I had an idea of did anybody catch the dinosaur one that Mikey did? Was it 2 years ago now? Just give me an idea about doing a science one, about wormholes and mass shifting and all that sort of stuff. Because I thought, as watching him do his, give me ideas of what to do. But I'm not sure if it would be that interesting for people, really. Like I was going to talk about, the G1 space bridge, for example, being, like a really primitive form of a Stargate. And because years ago, didn't think about it, and it was only till recently, is in the show, they keep having to move the space, don't they? And I just thought, of course, line of sight, because that's why they put it in that baseball arena. And it's like, well, why don't they just leave it where it is? And it's cost line of sight to Cybertron. Makes total sense, doesn't it? Of course, it's going to be in line of sight for several hours. So, you know what I mean? That sort of thing sort of fascinates me. And then with the way it explodes and stuff like that, it's a very primitive form of a Stargate. Again, that's really interesting. But there we go. What else? And then Raymond T's come back with, "Do it. We'll make it fun for you." Yeah, I mean, I could, do a Brian Cox impression. Space is really big. That sort of thing. But yeah, I suppose I could do it, but I mean, it's just if people want to see it. I mean, I have to sort of put the feelers out, I guess, and just see if that would be an interesting thing for people to watch. I mean, I've got to use my degree for something, right? So yeah, it's and we'll talk about Transformers, about mass shifting and space bridges, and it's going to be a lot about the when they bring Cybertron into Earth orbit and it causes all the gravitational shifts and stuff. So Adam White again. Beyond voice actors, are there any community members you'd like to record a natter with? Yeah, there's a couple. I suppose we can get into a room and just see how it goes. I'd like to get Dave Wallace in there as well at some point, and Chris McFeely and people like that, and maybe throw in a wild Jim Sorensen, and just sort of just start talking and just see where it ends up, just for an hour or so, just see what we can come up with in that hour. Because I mean, right now I don't have any ideas as such. It's just kind of, we can get a few people together in a room, talk for an hour, and just like how the convention's going and how we do it and this, that, and the other, and how maybe even how it works as well. Like maybe get Billy in on a Sunday night and say, right, from when one ends, when do you start back up again to the next one? That sort of thing, and see how it. Because you never know. People might be fascinated at how a convention actually runs. And so we'll have a look. We'll have a look at that. Yeah. I would like to sit down and have a proper chat with Simon Fairman at some point as well. It's usually we have a bit of a banter in the bar for about 10, 15 minutes, but he's always surrounded by people, and then you see him at the autograph queue. I mean, he's pretty much signed everything he's ever done. I keep having to find things that he's done that he hasn't signed yet, but I'll have a think and see what I can come up with. I mean, there's still a few weeks, 174 days to go, so I'm sure I can think of something. It'd be nice, get a few people in the room, and see what it does. I mean, one thing I'm going to do though this year is I am going to get I'm going to get a T-shirt printed up with my QR code for my channel on the back, so when I'm walking around, people can and get an instant subscriber. And I'm also going to give out some stickers because stickers are cool. So Adam White put on again. These are really good ideas. Worth working on a plan. At least you can pitch it to the team. Yeah. Like I said, I'll message you later with some ideas about voice actors and stuff. I mean, if I can't get a voice actor, that's fine. But interviewing Simon Fairman might be a good idea. But my interviewing skills, as you can see, aren't great. It's a lot of ums and ers, and that's cool. I'm working on it. Because I mean, a lot of my stuff's just off the cuff. Really, it's not anything planned. Like when I do a review, planning is what figure I'm talking about this week. I might look on a shelf and go, right, I'm going to talk about that figure, and that's usually as much forethought I'm putting in. Missed one out. Raymond here. Believe me, Billy is already busy with the next TF Nation. 1 year planning is not enough. Yeah, he's told me that before. Yeah, he said about it never ends basically. But I mean, I'd like to see how they put it together might be. It's like if they ever did a DVD or something like that, or for their YouTube channel of them. Sitting down the first meeting for the next year and how it goes through and stuff like that. Obviously, bleep out anything that they haven't announced yet. I'll show it at that year's convention, maybe. I don't know. Just an idea. Just come off the top of my head just now. Hey, Transformers UK Collector. Hello, sir. Evening, Tony. How are you? I'm good. I'm just doing just throwing this out. I'm just having a natter with myself, I guess. A new fan, folks, in the chat. It's good. Another one as well. Are you going to the UK Con in May? I don't think so, because I've just paid to go to Aberdeen because I'm a Star Trek CCG player, customizable card game player. Yeah, we still play after all these years because they do virtual cards now. You just print them out yourself and play with virtual cards. So I'm going to, it's UK, it's European Continentals. So I'm gonna go do that in Aberdeen. You see, Aberdeen Anarchy, as it's called. So yeah, I've got to build a deck. So I'm thinking about that as well. Holograms I'm doing this time. So yeah, if I can get there, I will, but I don't think so. Oh, you will see me at TF Nation. Yes, that is the thing. I will be there on the Thursday as usual, and people ask me. I still get asked why I go Thursday. Is because a couple of reasons. One is because we travel usually on bus, and we travel from Hull. It takes about four hours ish on the coach. So we leave here about 9. Sometimes 10, and we usually get to Birmingham for about 3 ish. So we're actually at the hotel for about 3:30 ish. Excuse me, I was coughing. I didn't want to cough in your ears there. So that way we can sort of room out, and then Friday we can just chill out. And plus, it's an extra breakfast in the morning, and So yeah. That's why we go Thursday and come back Monday, because that way I can let the convention finish. Sunday night, after everything's finished, I can go up to the room, start packing my stuff up. There's no rush, still go down. Usually a few people there still. A couple of last minute drinks and hang out in the bar and stuff like that. And because usually, and then Monday morning, so I've got everything packed. Just leave out the next day's clothes and toiletries and that. Get ready, get changed, and then come downstairs and wait for the bus. Basically, that's how it works every year. But I'll do a video about that later. So we've got another one from Raymond T. Have you seen the first episode of Wild Kingdom yet? No, I didn't know it was even on. Where can I watch that? Anybody can point me in the right direction, I will check it out. Is that the show where Megatron's is it a bison? But I'll check it out if I can find it. And UK Collector. This has been my first big TF convention since Assembly 2004. Oh, it's changed since then, son. It has changed hell of a lot since then. For the better, I think, as well. Because it's better run. The event is much higher. So you'll proper enjoy it. So like I said, I'll be on the bar somewhere. Come and find me. Raymond T again. This is Adam White. Joshua Collector. Oh wow, it's going to be a bit of a change since 2004. Oh yeah. Raymond T. They are Japanese, but there's some subs on YouTube. Oh, I'll have to check. Yeah, cheers, dude. I knew it was out, but I didn't know it was out now. I knew it was out soon. So, thanks for pointing in the right direction, Charles. And UK Collector again. There's 140 people there back in the day when G-Box Star Saber was £60 boxed. I know. I didn't go to that one. My first was 2009. I got a boxed Star Saber. I paid 140 for him. And he stood lovely up there. I've got my Masterpiece one here, and I've got the Legacy one downstairs. I just need the Robot Masters one. I never went to the smaller ones. Like I said, the first one I went to was the first 2-day one, which was 2009. Because back before then, people tell me it was just 1 day. It's all good. It's all good. There. Oh, that's better. I'm getting a bit hoarse there. Yeah. Yes, I do need a Star Convoy. I want the reissue because it's got Chrome on it. I do need a Star Convoy. It's on the list. Lawrence asked earlier. Yes, I would very much like a Star Convoy. I also want a Nuclear Quest Super Convoy as well, the Black Power Master Prime. Super Fire Guts Jinrai. Grandis would be nice. I've got a Black Zarak. It's just some of the rarest stuff that I can do. I'd love a G1 Leo Kaiser, but you're talking £600 for him. And he's only wee, he's not a big thing. It would be nice to get one. I mean, the HasLab ones, I won't get that till next year. Still waiting for my Omega Prime, yeah. So yeah, it's there's a few things I'm oh yeah, Sky Gary, yeah. Because didn't they recolour him in Brave as Death Gary Gunn? Is that right? Am I thinking of the right thing? Because I've seen a few of them at TFN. I've never seen a Sky Gary though. Because doesn't Sky Gary combine with Diatlas and Sonic Bomber as well? Yes, them would be nice. Oh, Galaxy Shuttle would be nice. But somebody did a KO of it, didn't they, a few years ago? We come with Fracas, weirdly. If I can get my hands on that, I'll be happy. Yeah, it was red. Yeah, Def Gary Gunn. Yeah, I've seen them pop up at TFN, and but they're not too dear. I mean, you're talking at least £100, so they're not dear, but dear enough. So yeah, I say just a case of getting stuff I haven't got yet. Like. High up on the list is Classic Pretenders, Starscream, and Bumblebee. I've got Jazz and Grimlock because people seem to like the reviews. People like the late G1 stuff. Sorry, I'm getting a message. Just bear with me 1 second. Should really take these off. Facebook user. What? RMT. Aha! Thank you. Yes, thank you, sir. Who is that? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'll check those out. Yeah. Like I say, I'm going to go in about give it another 15 minutes. See how we go. Yeah, I think this year's TFN Brum was the busiest ever. But the team knows how to manage crowds, so shouldn't get too crazy apart from the open hour on Saturday. Oh, yeah, the dealer's room last year was crazy. Crazy. Because generally, I don't do the advanced tickets because the thing is for me is if it's something new that's out, In-Demand, Kapow, and some of the other sellers usually have them stacked floor to ceiling, so it's not a problem. And I go for G1s as well. Usually my first stop is Toifu. I couldn't get close to Toifu last year. Till late-ish Saturday afternoon. So it's always, if you don't want to do the crowd, it's always usually panels are on as well, so you can go watch a couple of panels while the Zerg Rush finishes. It's always a good shout. Toys R Us is my Japanese toy supplier. Yeah, he sold me a Grand Max last year. It's missing most of the pieces, but I can now I own a Grand Max in its box, so I'm very happy as well. If I can get the pieces, great. If not, he stands well. I although he's still in his box from when I bought it, so I haven't quite put him on the shelf yet. I need to readjust plate things. I've got to find somewhere for him to live, but I will find somewhere. I need some more late G1 Japanese stuff. Get some great stuff as well. Send you a link. Yes, I've seen it. Thanks for that. And then I'll wait again. TFM Minicon had a split dealer trader room. Could be an option for the future. Yes, but I think having it in one place, I think is the best option. Like having the forge in the same room as well, because when they started doing the forge, I think it was the end of, I want to say the last couple of auto assemblies, they were separated away and they didn't seem to get the footfall as they do now. which is good because the Forge have some great stuff. People make some great stuff. I got a shit ton of stickers one year, and the great, daft little stickers. Who doesn't love a sticker? So yeah, and Craig as well was making these bitmap. Oh my god, like 8-bit coasters. I got one of the man, the ledge, the late great Pete Spellos in his shark form, and then he was looking because he was selling these off, I think, Fiverr, and he was going to cancer charity. So I was like, yeah, fucking have a Fiverr for that. In fact, I might give him, and then very kindly he gave me a Soundwave one because Soundwave's my dude, and on the back you've got all the tech specs and stuff. So yeah, so the Forge, it's really, if you sort of want something a little bit different, go see the Forge. I'd also go see Lucan's Tees as well. If you want a really cool Transformers t-shirt, Lucan's Tees, go find him. And of course, you must buy from Toy Fu, of course. All the money goes to charity, as we all know, but you must go to Toy Fu, buy something off Toy Fu. Even if you spend £1 or £100 or anything in between that or over that, go to Toy Fu. You'll get something cool, and you're also helping out charity as well, so that's always good. Adam White as well. The 2 rooms from traders, Forge and artists, and both as individual rooms have crowd limits that might have to be an option. Yeah, so yeah, it could be an option, yeah, but but then people might favour one over the other, you know what I mean? It might be like that, and it all depends, I think it's worth having a look at. I think keeping them in the one room is probably a good idea. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion anyway. Or at least limit how many people go in. I don't mind standing in a queue. It's not ideal, but but also, if you know somebody on the inside, you see, pre-order stuff is always a good shout as well. I've been going a long time, and I've got to know a lot of the dealers, so it's kind of, would you mind saving me one of these? And 9 times out of 10 they go, yeah, no problem. And you just go in and go, cheers, thank you very much, job's a good one. UK Collector again. Have I been to the Battersea? No, I haven't. No, I haven't been to London in, I want to say 10 years or more, maybe more. I'd like to, but going to London is hell expensive. Going to Aberdeen is expensive enough, but going to London is just almost out of the question. You know what I mean? It's cheaper to probably fly to bloody Spain than it is to go to London on the train. So I don't drive, you see. I've got a chemical imbalance that makes me go dizzy inside here, so I can't drive. Which is it's sort of a blessing and a curse at the same time. The sort of blessing is, I'm not paying car insurance and road tax and all like that sort of stuff. But the curse is I can't take care of my car and decide I'm going to go to London. You know what I mean? So there is swings and roundabouts. So yeah, it's that sort of thing. But it's one of those things, isn't it? I guess. Where are we? RMT again. So I can't believe Spellos offered me to crash on his couch if I decided to go to the BotCon when they're in Indiana. That was the man, 100% kindness. Oh yeah, absolutely. The fact that we crowdfunded him to come back 1 year as well. It was crazy. And when I found out that they passed, rejoined the Matrix, that really upset me. Because he was like, the thing with Pete though is he felt like everyone's granddad. And the weird thing is he looked like everyone's granddad. Whoever we stood next to loved him, looked like him. It was crazy and loved him, and brilliant. And it's telling stories to little kids. The little kids were absolutely just mesmerized by him. It was brilliant, because every time I saw him, he was surrounded by kids. Kids seemed to just gravitate towards him. He was making everyone laugh as well, and that was just Pete. He just like people making people laugh, And God bless your soul, son. So moving on, we've got again. Euclid Collectors. I've been there for a few events. They turned into a nice place for fans to go. Yeah, absolutely. The TF fan community is just like nothing else. It's sort of like everyone's welcome. Come. Be with people who love the same shit as you, because obviously it's not just Transformers that we all love. We all love a bit of Doctor Who or Star Trek or Star Wars or video games, Power Rangers or Super Sentai or Godzilla films and zombie films or whatever it is. You will find, you will sit down with somebody and then you will instant friends. That's how it is. It's just a fantastic atmosphere. Especially if you're there on the Friday night as well, when most people have got there and there's that sort of anticipation in the air, and it's fantastic. It's just brilliant. And then the guests come in the bar as well, and they'll talk to you for hours, and it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. And then he's put again. Looking forward to. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a fantastic time. It's gonna be fantastic. It's just gonna be amazing. Like I said, I've been doing this. This year will be 16 years I've been doing this, apart from the 2 years we don't count. But 16 years I've been doing this since 2009. Every year, apart from the 2 years we don't talk about. You know what I mean. And I'll keep coming back every year. That. Like I said, this is the only big convention I do now. I don't really do. I used to do a lot of Star Trek conventions. I haven't done a Star Trek convention in a long time, almost 20 years at this point, I think, because this is just something different. And I'm as close to my friends at TF Nation as I am my friends here at home, and I've only seen them, maybe once or twice if I'm lucky a year. And it's just like no time passes. You don't see everybody for a year, but like no time passes. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm getting out of sync here. We've got Jason Steele. Howdy, sir. How's it going? And I'm waiting again. On Story of Spelos, from the guest, he was initially considered a bit of a random element to the crowd's favourite in just one weekend. Oh yeah. I was not expecting it either. I mean, people love Skybite. You know what I mean? People just love that character, and he brought something different to it. Like a flying robot shark. And he just thought it's just a job, and I'll move on to the next thing when he's done. He didn't realise that how many people remembered him from that cartoon and that character, and he was in awe of us as we was in awe of him. And it was just the fact that we were sat down in the bar and he came over and he just sat. There must have been about 20 of us sat around this table, just chatting away. And I just bought a the Cartoon Colours Devastator reissue, the encore reissue of Dave Wallace. And I'm sort of sat in the bar, having a look at it, playing around with it, and I'm slowly merging him into Devastator. And he's just out of the corner of his eye, he looks over, he completely stops what he was talking about and goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "Wait a minute. Those 6 little guys make that one big guy." I went, "Yep." He goes, "That's amazing." And he took it off me and he's having a look. And he goes, "This is just amazing." I said, "This is why we love Transformers." Not only do they turn into, construction vehicles, they turn into a big dude as well. He was just absolutely, So, it's things like that you don't get at other conventions. I mean, I've been to, like I said, Star Trek conventions, and the guests, the wheel the guests out, they do the talk, they do the panels, they sign autographs, and gone. That's it. You don't see them. You might see them walking up and down to the various rooms and that they're in, but they do not hang out in the bar. Very rare that they do that. It has happened, but very rarely you will see them. Apart from when you're getting your autograph or when they're doing a panel, that's it. Or if you're really lucky, getting Nicole DeBoer, Ezra Dax, giving you one of the best smiles that have ever been given by a woman. It was lovely. Remedy, they were walking Jedi and Sith around during TFN because they can. Yeah. There's a guy dressed like Obi-Wan. Because there was a guy just like Skeletor one year as well, going, "Yeah, He-Man," all the weekend. Because, who cares? It's cool, do it. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to dress like He-Man, dress like He-Man. If you want to dress like Elvira, just like Elvira. Nobody cares. people want your photograph in that, and that's if you're willing to let people take photos, by all means do it, And then I'm like, Battersea Shop is becoming a great place to showcase products, and the shop's team are massive fans too. Yeah, you see, if they opened one here, I would be the first one in the fucking queue for an autograph, for a interview, because that. See, if I lived in London, I'd have applied to work there because it's Transformers, isn't it? And it's something I know, instinctively know, and plus I've done retail. Worked in the toy shop, and I've fucking got it in an instant. But it's too bad. You see, Hull wouldn't get a shop like that. It's probably Manchester would, Liverpool maybe, but outside of those, and Edinburgh perhaps, outside of those cities, I don't think we'd get another one in the UK, which is a shame. But if they did open one in Hull, I'd be the first one there. So we've got Raymond T again. No, time passes. I'm sure holding bars in the elevator at the Hilton are still broken off. Yes, that has been broken for about 5 years or so. I think something like that, maybe longer. Yeah, there's one in the foyer. As you walk in the door, in front of you is like a big open area. Usually the dancers have a table set up there and stuff like that. And then on the left is on the left this side is the bar, and some lifts at the other side, like bank of 2, and on just behind where the reception desk is, there's a bank of 3 elevators. The one in the middle is missing a bar at the back. Yeah, it has been for about 5 years. So even though they had the refit done, didn't they? They were shut during lockdown, and they had the refit put in, which I quite honestly I don't like. I much preferred the old bar. It seemed a lot more open out. This seems a lot more claustrophobic, especially since windows with all that wood, which is weird, and it just made it a lot darker in there. Whereas before they had big open windows that let a lot of light in. But anyway, it's not up to me, is it? Yeah. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. It's going to be just an absolute blast. But I will have like I say, I will get on to having ideas. If I can effectively do a science, I mean, I'm not a science guy. I studied science, but I wouldn't consider myself to be an expert on the subject. Despite getting a 2-1, I won't call myself an expert. I mean, it's been 24 years, so, and I can't remember the second year. But yeah, so if I can really hard to remember, I'll have to get Brief History of Time out. I've got it somewhere, and talk about wormholes and and gravitational fields and all that gubbins. If I can think of something, I can work around it. The only thing is, though, I won't have any graphics. I would need somebody to create some graphics for me as well, and I don't really want to add pressure to somebody like Andy Turnbull, because he's already busy with thingy as well. I mean, I'd have to get somebody to help me do that, because I would like visual references. If I'm just stood on stage talking, nobody's going to be interested. I think, maybe for next year, even though I said that last year, but maybe next year. Oh, God, I need to refill that. So we'll have a think anyway. I've got some good ideas. Like I say, I will message you later on, Adam, about maybe we can sit down with one of the guests and have a bit of a chat to them. Like I say, if they can spare 15, 20 minutes, great. If they can spare an hour, great as well. If they can spare just a couple of minutes, I can just have a quick, like in the bar or something, I don't know. I'll have to think what I'm going to ask and which guest it will be. I mean, I'm not expecting, all the guests. Even if it's just like, Simon Fairman or James Roberts or somebody, if I can just get somebody like that, sit down with me for 10, 15 minutes and just have a bit of a chin wag, that'd be great too, So, right, so all 5 of you have been watching. It's been good. Like I said, I've just been practicing. This is more of a practice from what me and Adam and John Knowlesy going to be doing next week. Should have been this week, but John had other plans. I don't know. It's not a proper nerd. He's going to see some I don't know, some acts that I've never heard of. You know, so yeah. I completely lost my train of thought there. Just gone. So we'll get onto it, and then we're gonna do a proper podcast or live stream or whatever you want to call this. We are not special enough for Nosy. Well, you know, Nosy is what's the best way to describe him? A unique individual. He's probably going to hate me for this, but last year he couldn't find his trousers. Yeah, and he went, "These are the wrong trousers, Gromit." He literally said, "These are Colin's trousers," and I'm like, "I beg your pardon, what?" You know, and he's like, "These aren't my trousers." And I went, "You can't be that drunk to not know that these are not trousers." Sorry, what? Oh, I don't know. Screw Nosy, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he literally did. He woke up and he said, these aren't my trousers. And then he went, but Colin stole my trousers, and then he put my belt in his trousers. I'm like, but I'm like going, what? What are you saying? What are these words are you saying? What is that? But anyway, it was funny. So anyway, yeah, so tune in. Be going live around about 8:30, I want to say, depending if John can give us his time or not. And then we'll have something special planned for you then. And check out my socials. I will post them somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to post them, quite honestly. Is it going to do it here? No, it's not. So you can just search for Sam of SG1 on Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, X. They're the ones I've got at the moment. Patreon, if you think I deserve it, check out my Patreon. Again, it's just patreon.com/Sam of SG1. You'll find my boat race, or rather, you'll find this logo. If you find this one, you've hit the right place. And if you think I'm worthy of a donation or two, feel free, no obligation. But for as little as £1 a month, you can have your name in the credits. How cool is that? So thanks for all participated. Thanks for all watched. Thanks for all for the super chats, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.